Hello everyone. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to enter F1 training directly. Now we have already discussed in our previous video that F1 is equivalent to an intern anywhere else in the world. So I'm going to tell you the steps, I'm going to talk you through the steps of how to apply, and I'm going to ask a very important question. Is it really a good idea applying for F1 training? Basically coming to UK without doing your internship. So I will go through that in the video and you can think about it, and if you want you can share your thoughts with me. Alright, let's recall what I said in the last video. F1 is equivalent to an intern in India or elsewhere in the world. Alright, so if you're planning to pursue F1 training directly in UK, then it's very obvious the first criteria itself is you need to be in a situation where you have not done your internship anywhere. You're just fresh out of your medical school and only then you can apply for F1 training. Alright, let's look at the other criteria. So you need to have a band 7.5 in IELTS with 7.5 in each of the section of IELTS, reading, writing, listening and speaking. This is a bit different from people who come via this route but apply for a non-training job who have completed their internship. They need an overall band of 7.5, but they need a minimum of 7 in each section compared to 7.5 for F1 training. Third criteria, you still need to give your PLABs. You need to appear for PLAB 1, PLAB 2, and after that you need to appear for the situational judgmental test exam, which is the exam all the British medical students are going to appear for to apply for F1 training. So, to summarize, you still need to appear for IELTS, PLABs in order to get into F1 training. Alright? The only other criteria being you do not need to have an internship and you need to appear for an additional exam called the SJT. Now, coming to the most important point which I want to make here is that you can only appear for PLAB after you have passed your final year exam. You cannot appear for PLAB before that. This is a very important point and I will talk about this, why it's so important. Alright, so let's say you've completed your final year and then you want to skip your internship in your home country and you want to do that in UK. Alright? Now, the important point which I mentioned, that you need to have passed your final year to become eligible to appear for PLAB 1 and PLAB 2. So let's say I'm standing here, I've completed my final year, I decide to pursue this path. I appear for PLAB 1, after that I appear for PLAB 2, after that I apply for GMC registration, and finally, to apply for this post, I need to appear for the SJT exam. As you can see, you need to do all of that after your final year. So you will be spending at least an year on this. So the alternative scenario is, I complete my final year, I do my internship wherever in the world, and during that internship I appear for these things, IELTS, the PLABs, apply for GMC registration and become eligible to work in the UK. So you're not wasting this internship here, okay? Instead what you're doing is, you're giving all these things during your internship year itself, rather than just waiting, doing nothing, appearing for these exams and go into an internship level job in the UK. I hope that makes sense. And the last thing I want to talk about in today's video is what is an F2 level job. So this is basically my journey, okay? Complete my final year, do my internship, give all these exams and apply for a non-training job. But that non-training job is going to be at the level of F2, alright? Because my F1 year is already completed. So when I'm coming to UK, I will be applying at the level of F2. But it won't be an F2 training job, it will be an F2 level job. It will be a non-training job, okay? Now I will talk about how we take things from here later on in a separate video. So if you ask me, I never recommend anyone to come to UK directly for an F1 post without doing their internship in their home country. I've already explained why. It's very time consuming. There is uncertainty whether you will even get an F1 post because it is competitive. You're competing directly with the British medical students. All right. So obviously everyone has their own opinion, but if you have any further queries, please do message me and I'll be very happy to help you out with that. Take care.